over here on the blue team, taking on Accidentally Famous over here on the red side. So off in about 10 seconds here. Swift is going to be going on both sides, as is the usual strategy here. Both teams ready to go here, starting off right now, opening up the map. Let's check out the splits. And here we go. Blue team is going to be sending their engineer over to the henge, whereas the red team will be sending their necromancer to do the same exact task at the mine. Both Guardians are going to be heading up to contest each other at the keep, as is the usual. The red team will be grouping up into a Shadow Refuge to head over here to the henge, whereas the rest of the blue team will be grouping up to head into keep in just a grouped up pattern where they'll have that hide advantage. Back at the keep itself, the game has already begun. Commodore Barry has been mowed. He's instantly going to get taken down by the members of Accidentally Famous. Very well played indeed. They get him back up with the illusion of light, but now he's under the pressure now. He's only got a couple seconds in order to get someone from the red team down, or they're going to have to res him up once more. Taking a look at it now, this is an extremely fast-paced fight here. Wu is about to go down. Just managed to get some heal. Held up, however, the damage is going to be too much for him to prove. He's coming in now. Kex is coming in trying to get the res up, but there's a lot of AoE damage proofing right now, and Commodore Curve is going to knock out, which will bring Commodore Barry back into this fight. Getting rid of that illusion of life here. A lot of conditions taking off on pretty much everyone on the blue team at the moment, though, so they gotta watch out for that. A lot of damage pulling out right now. Commodore Barry taking a lot of damage. A lot of conditions rolling off on him. He does have access to some cleanses in a couple seconds, but it's not going to be quick enough. He's going to get taken down here. Commodore Curve as well is down at the moment. Commodore Curve getting knocked out there, and Commodore Barry as well has gone down. They're going to throw that Elixir R there down, and oops, Yosh has gone down as well, but they're going to try and res him up right now, trying to get out. Commodore Barry's coming in for the stop right now, and he's going to get knocked out as well, bringing this fight into a pretty influential position for the red team at the moment. But reinforcements have once again poured in. We also have the mine has been decapped in, where the mine has been decapped in favor of the blue team, which they just got back now. So needless to say, an extremely interesting close first team fight here. It does look like that Commodore has taken this one though, as they knock the other players out. They will have control of it. Back over here at the henge, let's see what we got going over there. Nothing really. Opening up the map now, everybody's just calming the storm. Red team's gonna wait to group up again. Everybody from the blue team is going to group to take over their boss here now, so they're going to get that. No one is really within range to contest it, so that's going to be pretty stable for the time being. They're going to get that one. Waiting for everybody else to move around. Now they have killed that. Red team, I think, is going to respond appropriately as well to move in and take their boss down. Up here, nothing else actually happening. This is probably like one of the calmer games I've seen. There's little to no engagement. They tried to come over and possibly steal that boss, but unfortunately they weren't able to move quick enough. The engineer actually is pretty sneaky here. He sort of came up and then, oops, daisy. He sort of came up and then went back, and now he's sneaking again. Now that they're all missing, they're going to be grouping up once more into a Shadow Refuge, possibly. Let's see here. Actually, this is going to be some high tension fight right here, because blue team is waiting around the corner. The question is, does red team know they're waiting around the corner? I don't think they do, because the Guardian went on point and they really just responded to that by going on to Kex, who has been taken down now, so that was pretty much your full-on burst. Accidentally Famous is going to come in and try and respond to that now, but unfortunately Kex is down. Karasuke going to try to come in for the res at the moment. Curve trying to go in for the stomp as well as they try to take him out, which will happen successfully, giving them the lead here in this initial middle fight. So Commodore is looking pretty primed to take this middle point, or hold this middle point strong. Unfortunately, because the other members of Accidentally Famous did take a little bit too long to engage that, Commodore was able to jump on Red Team's Guardian and take him down pretty quickly there. Looking now, they are going to be moving themselves over back to the henge, as some members of the red team have decided to move themselves back over there as well. Looking at Yosh's point of view at the moment, as they all push themselves back over to henge, trying to keep Commodore Rozak from getting onto the point. But Commodore Rozak, with a nice dodging that burst there, as he moves himself back over here to the point. Track actually on it at the moment, knocking him back, keeping him off the point as long as he can. We also have Commodore Curve supporting Rozak here as they try to take Yosh and well as Track and Kex down. But Yosh is under some heavy pressure from conditions and direct damage at the moment as he's skirting around the outskirts of the point. Unfortunately, getting hit by a pretty hefty amount of burst there. He gets taken down. We're also going to be having Curve coming in and trying to keep the body down, but with a double res going off right now, it is looking promising that he might get up, but no, actually Kex gets taken down in the process as well, and just because of that amazing AoE coming in there from Nyquist, I believe from the short brother, he was able to knock a lot of members of Team Accidentally Famous out of there, so very well played by Nyquist. And looking at this now, let's see what else we got going on over here. We have another fight engaged at the keep right now. Oops, Sabu just managed to take down Barry, possibly in a 1v1. Karasuke was there as well, so that could have been a 2v1. But they managed to take him out, so Red Team's going to get control of that and possibly start their way back up to the lead here now, as they're currently down by a little under 100 points. But with 2 capture points in this early in the game, that's gonna come back pretty quickly. We're looking at Nyquist now, who has jumped on the Necromancer for the red team. Karasuke here now. He's being forced off the pointer. Oh my goodness, but Nyquist gets hit by a pretty crazy amount of burst there from Abu there. As he came onto the point, absolutely just destroyed him. There's still a lot of damage coming on, and unfortunately, he's not going to have any chance of getting rezzed up, and he's going to get knocked out here. Looking at this now, Ethereal the Nova has as well been knocked out, and Commoner Curve is down as well. So very well played by Accidentally Famous, absolutely destroying 3 members of Commoner. I don't even think they know what hit them. Back over here at the Henge, we have Trax trying to sneak his way up here. Gonna jump behind this barrier to get some LOS. Actually gonna throw gun into stealth, I think, as well. Very well played. A combo field utilization there by Trax. He's gonna push himself into stealth here now and move himself possibly over here to the Henge now. He's actually gonna fall back. He's sort of waiting for the opportunity. Keep in mind the Track is actually running with slick shoes instead of rocket boots, so that's a pretty interesting utilization. Also has that super speed as well that he can use to really push himself to other points if he wants to. Other than that, we have both teams engaging their bosses once more, opening up. Blue team has just killed their boss. Red team as well is engaging theirs. The Thief's going to try to cross over here and possibly steal it, but I think he will die quick enough. Let's see here. They actually have him behind the barrier there, so they stop Thief from getting on it, which is a pretty nice move. And it has stopped, apologies, Nyquist from getting there to snipe that. And back over here, we're going to have another engagement at the keep in just a second. This Kex actually throws down a line of warning to stop a lot of that engagement, but Barry's as well is going to throw in a counter line of warning to stop that. Looking at Kex's point of view. Now, let's see if he holds off a 3v1. This is a pretty hard task to accomplish. Actually going to get knocked back and off the point here. Does have his sank up in just a couple seconds here as he was interrupted, so that's going to be on cooldown for 3 seconds. Taking some damage here. Might want to throw that out anytime. Oh, he actually gets hit by a pretty hefty amount of burns there from the shatters. And unfortunately, the burns are going to prove too much for him. A Wu is there to help him rezzed up, but Barry is actually going to come in here instantly get the stomp with stability, so he's going to be knocked out there, unfortunately, which will flip this fight in favor of the blue team for the time being. But now, as I said before, Red team was able to hold 2 points for quite some time, so they're coming pretty close to getting the lead back right now. To 300 points to 313 points, only down by about 13 points right now. And Red team actually is the only one that holds a capture point. We also just had a Wu go down there. Commodore Rozak went down, I believe, on the mine point, so Red team is going to be getting that back in just a second. Back up here at the keep, though, we also had a Mesmer portal back curve, actually. A very nice strategy, getting himself out of there and allowing him to regenerate himself. He's actually a pretty useful asset to the scene, so if he was knocked down, that would be pretty devastating to Commodore's team here. But now, Commodore's still holding a pretty strong team fight here. They have knocked out Yosh, and in just a second, I think they're going to get Track out, too. So it does look like, no, we're going to have Kex coming here to help out as well, so Kex could be able to tank some of this damage, but it does look like the Commodore has a pretty significant advantage here in this middle fight now. Kex is here now, trying to hold on to it. At the very least, Kex is going to be able to bunker it for the next couple seconds here. And we also have one of the Commodore members' curve is getting pretty low, but even if he does go down, unfortunately, Kex I don't think is going to be able to contest it quite that well. Kex actually does get his Sanctuary down, does get knocked out of it, unfortunately, so he's more likely to go down just a second here, but he has managed to bunker it for quite some time, and he's actually bought time now for his teammates to sneak over here onto the Henge point, as the Wu is on it right now and is actually taking out Rozak, so they're going to sneak away that point, even though Blue has taken the keep now. Very well played by Commodore. Or not Commodore, by Accidentally Famous.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
I'm looking over here now. We do have Yosh. Let's take a look at Yosh.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture
point. As Yosh
point.
moves himself onto the point to try and help himself out. Nyquist trying to burst him down at the moment as well. So, like I said before, this is actually a pretty passive map. There's not a lot of action. There's some action, but there's not nearly as much as we'd see on other maps. It's a very passive team play that we're seeing here right now. Commodore Curve just took out a Yosh there, so I think Blue team will actually get that close point back. But Red team, while this was happening, Red team is pretty good at trick playing. They've done this twice now, where they sent one person over here to sort of hold on to another point, which did manage to distract Blue team, and because of that, Accidentally Famous was able to sneak in here and actually steal the other point back, and I think it's working out pretty well for them. They are still down by about 10 points, but it's a pretty close game. Ethereal Nova is down at the moment. The Thief is actually going to interrupt the Stomper, so very well played by the Thief. Coming in here now, trying to get him out. Track's gonna knock back the Thief, try to stop him, but he's gonna get interrupted once more. Is the second rely on AoE, but unfortunately for Track, they are gonna have that illusion of life to bring him back up and into this fight right now. And actually using a portal, this is something we see a lot of people doing. It's extremely smart strategy. Pulling himself out of there, so not only with this illusion of life expiring, he's still going to be able to get himself back up there because he's away from any and all threats from his enemies. But opening up the map once more, we do have the Elementals from the Red team sneaking his way over here into the Henge in just a second. Blue team as well is trying to get their boss in at the moment, but unfortunately no one from the Red team, unfortunately for Red team, no one is going to be able to get in there and sneak that, so they're going to get that and actually put themselves up pretty heavily in addition to having that point buff. Back over here we have possibly Nyquist might be sneak this boss kill. Let me target it real quick and go on the Nyquist point of view, as he's sort of hanging back here at the moment and waiting for the opportune moment. Here he comes. I think Yosh knows he's here. This could actually be this is like a sort of a dance right now because neither of them want to get it. And oh my goodness, Nyquist actually was able to come in there and snipe that right now. So they are going to be up. And I think with this 1 point, they might be able to win it. Red team does control 2 points, but unfortunately with them losing that boss, that's going to be crucial in determining the fate of this game now. As Blue team is currently up because they managed to get that boss go. In addition to that, they have a 100-point boost right now. So they have a pretty hefty advantage in that as well. And everyone from the blue team is piling back. It's going to be close. I think blue team can win this with just the 1 point, but they need to be careful to not let red team get any kills either, because that could make the difference now as well. It's about 10 points to go until this happens. Trying to stop red team from getting onto this point. Blue team as well going to come in here for a stop on track. Track, if he gets killed, I think that's it, actually. 93 is it's going to bring it up to about 97 points once he gets stopped. 99 points, and that's it, guys. Nike was saving the day there with that last stomp. Extremely well played, getting in there, stealing that boss, and pretty much solidifying the win for them. So congratulations to Team Counter. They're going to take that one.